edition.
The New York Knicks are in a new era in which they're going to lead, dominating through skill and through IQ. Welcome to Knicks Daily. The New York Knicks, one of the most storied franchises, have long been synonymous with grit, with determination, and the bright lights of Madison Square Garden. Over the years, though, the team has experienced their highs and their lows. But as of late, we've found ourselves at the forefront of a basketball revolution. Leon Rose is the architect of it, with the arrival of Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson as the cornerstone players. Not only have the New York Knicks propelled to championship contention, but we've also redefined what it means to be an elite and modern NBA basketball team. Both Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson are unique in their very respective positions. They don't dominate games through the draw-dropping athleticism or the sheer physicality, but rather through an unparalleled mastery of skill and an elite basketball IQ. Their rise is reshaping how teams evaluate talent and build for success, potentially altering the league's landscape for years to come. We may not see it in the All-Star voting, but I think the game is coming back around to skill and IQ. Karl-Anthony Towns is the thinking man's big man. Karl-Anthony Towns has been dominant this season. He's been a standout player since he's entered the league, but his transition to the Knicks has unleashed his full potential. As 7 feet tall, with a frame built for the traditional battles in the paint, Karl-Anthony Towns represents the prototype of a modern NBA big man. However, what sets him apart isn't his size or his athleticism. It's his finesse, his versatility, his cerebral approach to the game. All of the things that many people were questioning or labeling as soft prior to him coming here. What we didn't realize at that time is that the man has the true skill set of a unicorn. Karl-Anthony Towns' offensive arsenal is arguably unmatched among big men. He's a career 39% three-point shooter, making him a lethal threat from beyond the arc. His ability to stretch the floor opens up the lane for his teammates, forcing opposing centers to defend in uncomfortable territory. And you combined with his post moves, mid-range game, his excellent footwork, Karl-Anthony Towns now becomes a matchup nightmare for any opposing center in the league. On the inside, Karl-Anthony Towns has a soft touch around the rim, and he uses angles masterfully, relying more on positioning and timing than on brute force. His ability to score at all three levels at this time creates a dynamic offense where he can either take over a game or serve as the ultimate complementary piece. This has been a treat for New York Knicks fans to watch up close. Something else that's been a surprise to watch up close is his passing ability. The kid is a visionary passer. Perhaps the most overlooked part of Karl-Anthony Towns' game is his passing. Whether it's finding the cutters from the post or making skip passes to open shooters, Karl-Anthony Towns sees the floor like a point guard. This is a unique skill that allows the Knicks to run our offense through him, making him not just a scorer, but a playmaking hub. And this was something I had no idea he was capable of doing. But what I love that I've seen in such short order is his defensive growth through his IQ. Defensively, Karl-Anthony Towns has been criticized in the past for not being a dominant rim protector. However, his intelligence on this end has improved significantly, and you can see it during his time here with the Knicks. He's learned to anticipate plays now. He uses his verticality effectively, and he positions himself to contest shots without fouling. These are things that really stand out about his game. It isn't the raw dominance of a Rudy Gobert. It's the calculated positioning and the timing of a player who understands his limitations and his strengths. And this is something you have to give him credit for. Now, when we're talking about Jalen Brunson, we see it doesn't reflect, his game doesn't reflect in all-star votes. He's an underrated floor general. If Karl-Anthony Towns is the Knicks' cerebral giant, Jalen Brunson is our steady hand at the wheel. Jalen Brunson stands at 6'1", and he has defied every stereotype about what it takes to dominate as an NBA point guard. In a league increasingly defined by explosive athleticism, the Ja Morants of the world, and highlight reels, the LaMelo, Brunson stands out by making the game look simple. All right, we could begin that conversation with his footwork and his craftsmanship. Brunson's offensive game is a masterclass in fundamentals. They call him the small fundamental. His footwork in the post is often compared to that of big men, as he uses pivots, he uses fakes, he angles to score against larger defenders. Whether it's a mid-range, fadeaway, or a crafty finish in traffic, Jalen Brunson gets his buckets by outthinking his opponents. And this is something that may not show up in the stat sheet that casual fans may miss out on. He doesn't rely on speed to blow past his defenders. Instead, he uses change of pace, he uses hesitation moves, and an uncanny ability to read his defender's body language. The man is a cerebral assassin. The methodical approach ensures that he's always in control and he's dictating the terms of engagement. But what I love most about his game is his mid-range mastery. He's a mid-range maestro. In an era where analytics often discourage mid-range shots, Jalen Brunson is bringing that element of the game back. He's turned them into his personal weapon. He operates with the surgical precision from the area, exploiting gaps in the defense, punishing teams for overcommitting to either the paint or to the three-point line. The man is a surgeon. But what he has brought most to this New York Knicks team that is clear to everybody else in the league is in his poise. Jalen Brunson's greatest strength lies in his leadership. He is the calming presence on the court, rarely gets rattled by pressure situations. The man's basketball IQ is evident in his ability to control the tempo, make the right reads, and consistently put his team in a position to succeed. I think this, combined with stars like a Brunson and stars like a Karl-Anthony Towns, is setting up the blueprint for team building. The success of Towns, the success of Brunson is challenging conventional wisdom in the NBA. Leon Rose did it his way, and his way is seeming to be the correct way, seeming to be the blueprint. For decades, teams have prioritized athleticism, vertical explosiveness, and the raw physical tools in their pursuit of championship-winning players. While those attributes will always have value, the Knicks' rise is a testament to the importance of skill and basketball intelligence. The Knicks and Leon Rose have chosen skill over athleticism. Karl-Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson aren't the fastest or most explosive players at their position. Instead, they rely on precision, adaptability, and an advanced understanding of the game. This approach has proven to be just as effective as the dominant athleticism you see in basketball, if not more so than relying on athletic dominance, especially in high-pressure playoff situations where decision-making and execution are paramount. This style of basketball speaks more to sustained longevity, sustained winning. It's one of the most intriguing aspects of building around players like Towns and Brunson is the sustainability of their success. Athleticism often declines with age, but skill and IQ tend to improve. By prioritizing these traits, the Knicks have created a foundation that can remain competitive for years to come. We're talking about the old San Antonio Spurs blueprint. This is the ripple effect on team construction. The Knicks' model could inspire other teams to reevaluate their approach to team building. Instead of seeking the next physical marvel, organizations might focus more on developing players' skills and decision-making abilities. This shift could lead to a more cerebral and fundamentally sound NBA, where basketball artistry takes precedence over raw spectacle. You want to know why NBA rankings and views are going down? It's the way of the league. The Knicks' resurgence and the future of the NBA is hand in hand. With Towns and Brunson leading the charge, the New York Knicks are not just contenders. They are architects of a new basketball philosophy. Their success is proving that skill and intelligence can be just as dominant as athleticism, if not more so, in today's NBA game. This evolution, call us the evolution, but this evolution is particularly significant for younger players and coaches. It shows while athleticism is a gift, the path to greatness is paved with hard work, attention to detail, and a deep understanding of the game. For the New York Knicks, this approach isn't just a strategy, it's an identity. It was important for us to build it this way because we couldn't do it the way the rest of the NBA was doing it. So we had to find an alternate way to success. As the league watches the New York Knicks rise, one question looms large. Is this the future of basketball? If the success of Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson is any indication, the answer is a resounding yes. And this has been in short order we've seen that potential for dominance. And for the Knicks' faithful, the best part is that the future is unfolding for us right now under the bright lights of Madison Square Garden. But you have to be patient. The rest of the league sees what's happening. New York Knicks fans, don't get thrown off by the first time we lose 2 straight. Don't get thrown off by this question of, is the coach making the right decision by playing too many minutes, these players too many minutes? Don't get NBA 2K focused and wanting to make a move for bench pieces to disrupt what we have. Have trust in Leon Rose and our front office's ability to be able to have pulled 2 critical moves that have firmly placed us in the top 4 of power rankings right as of today in the NBA. Have faith in that front office that they know what they're doing and that they're going to position us in the right position before the season is out to make sure that we are primed, healthy, and ready to go to make a run at the championship come playoff time. What say you? Do me a favor, like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when more videos are being dropped. But remember this, whether it's out in the real world or here in these YouTube streets, here in Knicks Deli, everybody eats. I'm your boy Sheed, and I'm out. Peace.